Rooted in Rising family. Welcome in, welcome in. Take a deep breath. I always feel so great, right? Let's ring the sound bowl. Let's ring the sound bowl. Clearing out any energies we don't want here, right? All right. All right, Rooted and Rising. All right. You do see me again. Adorned the same way as I was in the previous message because I just did this all in one sitting here. I had time today. And sometimes I'll do that too if I feel like, okay, well, there's something else that Spirit wants to communicate. Okay. So, two things, right? Two birds, one stone. Okay. Disclaimers. We take what resonates, we leave what does not. Don't force it to fit. It is a collective reading, so every part of the message may not align with you. If it does not, don't force it to fit. Sometimes things are just words of wisdom, story time, entertainment. Sometimes things are unfolding, so it doesn't apply to us right now, but on down the line it does, and we just remember words of wisdom. You know what I mean? Things that we heard, just adjusting this. So don't force it to fit. It's okay if it doesn't, okay? All right, masculine, feminine energies is what we're speaking of when we talk about masculine, feminine, divine feminine, even we're talking about energies. All right, pulling tarot and masculine, feminine, king, queen, energies. All right, attributes of the cards is what we're speaking about. You will put yourself wherever you feel like you fit in it. Nobody's deciding that for you, okay? Divine masculine is my preference, doesn't mean that it's yours. I will speak that way. But you, again, put your pairing however your pairing is. All right? All right? Okay. No adjustments here on that. You will already see some cards here. All right. This is from the Oh Hell Now Oracle deck. And you already see some cards pulled because I already pulled some cards because I had to re-record this, all right? And we can thank Marco and his energy for that, which is fine, because he just would not be quiet, all right? He's going to battle it out with the dog across the way, and it's a battle of alpha male, okay? All right? And today he was not having me. I mean, I managed to get him eventually, but he was not having doggy jail in my arms today. He was evading doggy jail. All right. So we have some cards already pulled. I am not going to re-pull. I'm going to keep these because they are important. To what Spirit is already saying. And we will just go on with the message. Of course, I'll start over, but we'll go on with these cards. So we started from the Oh Hell Nah Oracle deck. All right. And this is because last reading, aside from the one I just did along with today, which you'll see sometimes today, tomorrow, it depends on uploading, takes all day. And it's already, evening. So, and you'll learn in that reading, Spirit had quite a message for a Hierophant energy that seemed like a past relationship or past connection, and a message that Rooted and Rising, that they wanted to give regarding that and their true intentions and what they wanted Rooted and Rising to do. All right. If you haven't listened to it, listen to it. All right. But what was mentioned beforehand with the divine masculine was mostly being addressed. And that previous reading before that was that they had an X in their energy that didn't want to let them go. All right. So we were doing a spread and pulling cards on that energy specifically and what the refusal is about. All right. Is it true love? Is it other things? Things like that. So what is it really about? What is this refusal to let go? Especially when they've already been let go, because most of our cards in that reading was indicating that the divine masculine was very clear in what direction they were headed. Okay. So what is the reason to hold on? All right. No one's judging anybody. We all have done it. We hold on when, we need to let go. Letting go isn't always easy, and I'm not just talking about connections. Sometimes situations and things like that we hold on to. It's easier than letting go. All right, but we're going to find out why this particular energy wants to hold on to the divine masculine. All right, the Oh Hell No Oracle. If you got to stalk them online, you already have your answer. All right, you're not investigating because they're trustworthy. You're searching for proof that you're not being played. That's not love. That's CSI, romantic regret. That's how that card looks. All right, so right off the bat, we get that this previous connection is evaluating something, researching something. All right, there's something that this energy wants to know. That's part of the not letting go. All right, information that they feel like they want and need. Maybe they feel like that will bring them closure, but it's something that they want to know. And that is causing some of the holding on. All right, this holding on energy. All right, next, your love is not a clearance sale. Stop discounting yourself for attention. All right. This energy, that's a message from spirit to this energy, just saying that this is pretty much a discount to who you are. It's not saying very great things about who you are. You don't need to discount yourself for attention. All right. Divine masculine has moved on. It's a discount to hold on. All right. It doesn't make you look good. All right. Again, no one's judging. All right. The bare minimum is not romantic. It's lazy. This is reiterating that the divine masculine is not paying this previous connection, this previous energy, the attention that this energy wants. All right. It's not paying this any mind here. So part of the reason we got is they want answers. Very 7 of Pentacle energy, evaluation, investment energy is basically what they've invested into this connection. Or I guess previous connection, but they've invested. They feel like they want answers, an evaluation done. There's something that they want to know. All right. From the tarot deck, we're using the Pop Art Tarot because I had got to the point where I started pulling cards before he just started acting a plum fool. All right. Popped out first is the 5 of Pentacles. 5 of Pentacles is feeling at a loss or an outside of something. All right. A situation that they are not on the inside of. They are apart from them. If it's financial loss, poverty, things like that. But since this is a connection, it's most like a loss of the connection, like feeling on the outside of the connection, which we know because the bare minimum is not romantic, it's lazy. So we can already see divine masculine is not paying attention here. All right, so that's part of the reason here. That's part of the clarification. So they feel on the outside of something, outside of the connection, obviously. All right. They feel left on the outside. Apparently, they don't want to be on the outside. They want to be on the inside. We know that because they have a refusal to let go. All right. So they're feeling on the outside. In order to feel on the outside, again, you want to be on the inside. So for whatever reason, this energy doesn't feel like they should have been left on the outside. They don't want to be. All right, they are evaluating something. We know this evaluation is online because that's what it says. If you got to stalk them online and he's on the computer, then you know the answer. All right. So this could be them keeping track of you, obviously online. All right, and keeping track of you is what you do, who you talk to, who's around you, who's in your energy. All right. Who they think is in your energy. All right. Who they think you're going to. Who you have gone to. I don't know if y'all moved on. Whatever it is, they want answers. They're on the outside of something, so they can't get their answers. And to be on the outside, you have to feel like you don't want to be on the inside. Bottom of the deck, 2 of Wands is on the bottom of the deck. Yeah. All right. Two of Wands is like, again, you get this a lot because Three of Wands comes after making plans, thinking ahead, thinking about what's next, not dwelling on the past. You're thinking of the future. All right. Dreaming big, or just planning for something. All right. And again, Two of Wands, traditional tarot deck will even show him looking ahead. All right. Which means this Five of Pentacles being on the outside is because Two of Wands energy, Divine Masculine, is looking forward. Divine is not looking backwards, moving ahead. All right. Even making, if it's a romantic connection, even making future plans with a connection, which is likely what this evaluative energy is probably about. All right. Doesn't mean that the connection has started, maybe unfolding. All right. Or it may have already happened. So we don't, no, Lord, no. So I was going to keep going. To see what this is about. What is this holding on energy about? We got the Five of Swords. You know, our swords will do with communication. And, you know, also thoughts and things like that. Communications. Something being precise and clear, discernment, those things. But this particular card is about arguments. Yeah, it's about a battle. So this isn't a mental battle. This is, this is very argumentative energy. Likely why the connection maybe didn't last. And the Five of Swords will have a guy with the swords, and the other people are coming at him, and it's like a battle that it's like a battle you won that wasn't really a battle in a sense. It was like it's like I said, taking candy from a baby. All right, taking something that's very easy to take in a sense. So it's kind of like you a ruthless battle that kind of like, well, you didn't have to be as ruthless. That's why we're getting arguments, all right, disagreements, and things like that. So this energy is feeling on the outside, not a part of the connection, because Divine Masculine we see is Two of Wands looking ahead. All right, the bare minimum is given from the Divine Masculine, so they may have a reason to talk, but on a need to know basis. So that's fueling, adding fuel to the evaluative energy and the not letting go of something. But it looks like when they do communicate, it's not the best. Communication is not easy, all right? Arguments, all right? Let's pull another card from the tarot, see what's up with this energy holding on. What are they holding on to? Oh, yeah. We'll pull one more from the tarot, but we'll get into our oracle. We'll get into it. Oh Lord. I don't know whose energy is going on the inside, but the Hermit, which you've got before, can mean different things, but it's usually going on, kind of moving away from, everyone. It's not isolation. It's more going somewhere to clear your headspace. Oh, I bet you that's Divine Masculine. Probably to get peace from this. Five of Swords energy is a bunch of arguments, bickering back and forth. It's a battleground. All right. And then we have the Hermit energies where you go to get some. It's where you go to think things through, but mostly because you go to get some peace in order to really, get a thorough thought process without all the noise. I bet you that's you, Divine Masculine. We'll pull one more from the tarot, then move on to some oracles. And this is kind of just giving us the why, but the what's going on or what went on. If this is past energy. No. And my dog did all that barking. Now he over snoring. All right. Okay. Let me get a card. Yeah, divine masculine. Okay. All right, so we have the Eight of Pentacles that came out, but also the Knight of Swords. All right, and Eight of Pentacles will speak of putting in the work, building. All right, hard work, putting in the hard work to build something. If that does bring financial, putting in the hard work to build something that, would ultimately create some financial stability. All right, and then we also have the Knight of Swords. It's very fast moving energy. All right, sometimes in the thoughts, but it can also, again, it's about communication. So I don't know if this is about moving in and out very quickly with communication. Or if this is very, I don't know if this is very in and out, very quick communication between, if there's any necessary communication here, it's very, in and out very quick. Well, divine masculine's working on something. All right, let's clarify with some oracles. But either way it go, we know that this other energy is on the outside of something. No real attention is being paid. All right. There are lots of arguments and disagreements. Someone's in hermit mode, likely divine masculine, thinking, because that's where you go think things through, process things mentally. You get your spiritual awakenings about things, but you're really going into process. All right. Process what you really want. Maybe process where you really want to go. All right. That may be where this quick movement is in the Knight of Swords as well. It may not be with talking very in and out with this other person if they have to. It may be both, but it may be like a quick kind of mental movement in clarity as to what they want to do, where they want to go. And now they're working on it with the Eight of Pentacles, working hard to put that into action, to build something financially stable, but they're putting in hard work towards what they want, even be a connection as well. All right. It doesn't have to be limited to just, working on financial stability, because our pentacle energy is nurturing energy. It does speak a lot about love, but it's about grounded, slower moving love. All right. But let's get some clarifiers on this period. Excuse me. All right. This is clean slate. A full reset is now in play. Past decisions, outdated dynamics, and former versions of self are no longer calling the shots. That's what popped out. That's what this hermit mode is. You went into process, evaluate in your own internal self. You got away from the noise and all the arguments and all the nonsense. You went away to process quietly on your own. Clean slate. All right, starting over. It's likely with that Knight of Pentacles energy. Knight of Pentacles, Lord. That's a very slow-moving, grounded offer. Maybe you're already moving a Knight of Pentacles towards the divine feminine, but the Knight of Swords is likely about. All right, you went in hermit mode, and now you're moving quickly towards what you want because you're clear. So now you're in the Eight of Pentacles. You're working hard for it. All right, you're putting in the work for it because you said clean slate, wiping it clean. I'm done with this. All right. Wow. Okay. Let's see what else this deck has to say. Because ultimately, it's just giving this energy is just upset that you just moved, in a sense, moved on. No. Making bank. Divine masculine. Making bank. Financial flow is increasing. A new level of wealth, power, and confidence is activating. Sometimes Spirit doesn't answer our questions. They tell you, Yeah, that's there, but this is what's important. Yeah, that's there. You know, this is over here acting a fool, but you know, you're in clean slate mode. All right, this is Eight of Pentacle energy, working hard. Financial stability, make and bake. Divine masculines, make and bake. All right, one more from this deck and we'll move on. Yeah. And oh Lord, no, divine masculine, you are working hard and making bank. Oh Jesus. Care about your evil eye. You can keep it. Staring. Envy wears many faces. Sometimes it shows up as fake support, fake concern, or unsolicited advice. Mostly envy vibes. Don't care if you're jelly. That energy is jealous of where you're going. All right. Big break is on the bottom. Oh, divine masculine. All right. Big break, but what came out is court date. Hold on. Jesus. My nail to pick this up. All right, here we go. I'm laughing because this energy is big mad. Big mad. Let him be. All right, something about a court date. Divine masculine. Court date. Courtroom might be the stage, but the real drama started long before the documents were filed. Got you waiting on a test result. So just probably the results of whatever it has to do with this court date. The guesswork is over. An answer is coming that will clarify everything or complicate it even more. Likely clarify because this is what came out next. A major moment is brewing. This could be the launch, the offer, or the shout out that changes everything. And it is divine masculine. Making bank is double for you. Now, hold on one second while I open this door for my baby. All right, I'm back. I don't know all of what I was saying. But anyway, and you're going to hear the shower. Because, you know, when you've got life, it is what it is. All right, and I'm not going to edit it out, and I just when I got time to do what I need to do. All right. Anyway, I'm looking at the time. All right. I don't know. I was saying something. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So yeah, this energy is big man. All right, divine masculine. Don't know what you got going on, but it's great. Make a bank. Either you're already doing it, or you know. What you're headed to. There's some sort of big break there for you. Probably has to do with test results and a court date that you seem to be waiting on. Okay? But whatever it is, it seems like a great outcome because you got big break. All right? And whatever it is, make and bank. All right? And that's either tied to you were already doing that or maybe even something you're working on or something you're waiting on. Okay? Don't force it to fit however it fits with you. So we see why we got envy vibes. All right, and somebody's feeling at a loss. And, Lord, just gotta say it. Anyway, so if you're making bank divine masculine, then you got, oh Lord, where's this card at? See this? Sometimes that's why I like to do it ahead of time. So I just don't like stuff all over the place. Five of Pentacles is at a loss. They would be at a financial loss if you're making bank. So, right? They would feel on the outside of that. Oh, yeah. It's staring at me. So mad. This is so mad. All right. It is what it is. Oh, God. So what is this really about? Yep. All right. Let's see something. Anyway. No, which one? Yeah, I think this one. Let's see some. Let's see something. Yeah, that's what that's about. All right. All right, this investigative energy is about new ventures, divine masculine. This fell out with it. What is this? Both of these. Okay. This is the first card from the Oracle. Oh, hell no. That's about new adventures. And them being on the outside of it. Obviously, they would be. All right. Because you're not new adventures. There's 2 backpacks. All right. So that's about a new connection. Whether it's road trips or soul quests, you're in it together. Yep. This love is a passport to the kind of life you used to only dream about. She wants answers. Answers about this. So either you're walking into something new is unfolding, or she thinks something is unfolding. But whatever it is, she wants answers about this. All right, biological clock. You're allowed to want what you want, and the pressure is real. But don't settle for the wrong person just because the timing feels urgent. Big man. All right. Big man. All right. So divine masculine, past energy is evaluating, because you're on to new adventures. That's a new connection. They want answers about this, or whatever they think it is. All right, biological clock. The pressure is real. The pressure is thick. And also, it's like they don't have a lot of time. Time is running out of, likely probably to do with this. All right, probably that. But whatever it is, it's a lot of pressure on them regarding answers about this. They want to know. Yeah, they want to know. Oh, okay, yeah. All right, whatever that looks like. But the big mad about this. All right, and not just about this. Not just about a connection. Oh, about this. I maybe shouldn't utilize it. From the movie Serafina. It's a real old movie. Freedom is coming tomorrow. Get ready for freedom. That's big man. All right. Big break. Big man. Because you're making money. And it's either you're making it, you already have it, adding wealth. And they're feeling on the outside of it. I don't see nothing. All in all, there's nothing about my boo. As in, there's nothing about love here. It's no love. It's envy. It's pressure. It's big mad vibes. Evaluative energy. But nothing about, missing you. Honestly. I'm going to pull from this deck. And maybe one other, and we'll close it out. Either way it goes, real reason is, again, they want answers about that new adventure. And whether that's a love connection or not, they want to know. And they feel entitled to those answers. And it's pressuring them. But you didn't wipe the clean slate off. You didn't did a clean slate. Because you went in hermit mode and said, okay, enough of this bullshit. Clean slate. All right. You didn't got away from all the arguments and the chaos. You working on what you're working on. And building what you're building. And ready to go where you're wanting to go. You're either building more of this. Already making this, but adding on to it. Or maybe recovering. Either way it goes, there seems to be something with a court date. Seems like you're waiting on results for something. Probably this. All right, and in that result of this, from the court date, the result is this: new adventures or big breaks. She wants answers about this new adventure. All right. Answers. That's what this whole note is about. She's pissed off and jealous, envious of this. And very pressured because she's on the outside and probably doesn't want to be, especially if you're making this. Nothing about love. It's in the distance. You're distant. That's her problem. Still nothing about love. You and your partner may be physically or emotionally distant. Wow. We'll do one more from this deck. It fell over here on that side. This card keeps staring at me. Divine masculine rooted. She pissed off. Yeah, this is what she wants answers about. About this new adventure. Oh, what you got going on? Rooted and rising divine masculines. Your business is your business. All right. Oh, look at the eyes sticking out. That's what she's watching. Looking, evaluating, putting it together, trying to piece it together. Very pressured. All right. What is it? What is it? What is it? Who is it? Who is it? It's what are y'all doing? This going on? Nope. That's what she's worried about. She wants answers. Kitchen up. Top of the deck, bottom of the deck. Oh. Yeah. Like I said, nothing in here about love. They want your money being used. Yeah. Big mad. Pressure is in all this evaluation is definitely about this intimacy with a new adventure. But it's almost like it's got nothing to do with love. It's jealousy, but it's not about love. All right? It's just being on the outside. Five of Pentacles. Being on the outside. Basically not having access to this. Because that's on the bottom. But Divine Masculine, whatever this is about that you're waiting on, brings this. All right, court date, waiting on results, brings the big break. All right, whatever that looks like. I won't go any further with this. What would that deck have to say? Okay. Pretty much it says it. And like I said, there's no... yeah, that's what fell on it. You don't have to do it on the bottom. This is the last card. Yes, you're going to hear him. I hope you can still hear me. And that means if he's doing that, that means there's another dog being walked and has the nerve to walk across his window. Okay? This is on the bottom. Justice is coming. All right. Court date. That's the judicial system, right? That's justice. The results. Big break. Justice is coming. Okay. All right. I don't think. Yeah. I think that's it. I'm just giving it a moment to see if I feel pulled to take another deck. And I really don't. If I do, it's because I'm curious. I'm curious about something. All right, and then we will indeed close it, okay? I've had some time trying to get this, especially with him. He's just been wanting to show his fullness today, Mr. Marco, and all his little energy today. And so, it is what it is. I just want to see something real quick from this money manifestation deck. But again, I used this on that very last, the one I did right before this here, and I told you it's different categories. Of course, it fell on the floor. What you will see is me going in and going out to get this, especially because of what I have on. I have a dress, and I'm not going to show you my everything. Picking this car up, okay? All right, hold on. All right, rooted in rising, mostly geared towards the divine masculine, does not mean that it's only the divine masculine being addressed. I wanted to pull from the money manifestations. Like I said, from the previous one I did right before this. This deck has different categories from this. It doesn't always give you great things, okay? It gives you keys, all right, because there are locks. The locks represent a block to, you manifesting money, potential money, right? Jars is like jars of potential. So there's all these different avenues that's untapped potential within you, all right? And there's also money jars and other categories, okay? What came out for you? Mostly divine masculine, because that's who we were addressing today. Again, take what resonates, all right? Divine feminine, it doesn't mean it's not you, all right? Career change. Again, you've got big break. You've got, first of all, you're working with a clean slate here, all right? You've got a big break. It doesn't just mean freedom, all right? But there's something coming. Justice does not just mean this court date. All right. It's a balancing of what was uneven and unreciprocated. All right. Or what was unjust. Right. Now we're making it just. All right. This connection, there is still nothing about real genuine love here. It's a bunch of envy and jealousy and inner turmoil. Emotions can mimic love, but you got to think of someone who abuses someone. They love them and they have very high emotions, right? When I say love, they say that, right? We know that's not love, right? You've got a bunch of jealousy here, envy here, arguments here, all right? Gold digging here. But not much about holding on to you because of love. Mostly because they want answers. They're upset about this new venture. This is a divine pairing because this deck comes from a deck about pairings. You got your 2 backpacks. All right. But the new adventures is not just the connection. It's what you're going into, looks like, for the career change. But this connection can also be something that, this new connection can be something that you're doing together. Most of your collective reads have to do with a divine partnership that you will work together to build something. All right, making bank. You may be all right now. Divine masculine, rooted in rising divine masculine. You may already be making bank, as in you're doing all right. But there seems to be something more that's coming. So that tells me either there is a result that brings this. Maybe something is locked up financially. All right. Maybe something was hoarded and stored away financially that's being released. All right. Maybe there is a new something that you're working on that you're going to get a result from, that you put out there on your own in very expansive 3 of Wands energy. All right. That test results is going to result in a big break. All right. But most of this past connections wanting to hold on to you doesn't seem to be anything rooted in anything genuine. All right, just being on the outside of this and jealous of the new connection, the new adventures, whatever she feels like is coming, and pressured, so jealous, basically is causing anxiety and stress. And she's causing herself that, or however it looks, she, he, whatever, causing themselves this divine masculine. Because, again, they don't have access anymore from Five of Pentacles to this. But it looks like new adventures probably will. And the jealousy is about where they think you're going, or whatever they think you're doing with somebody new. All right. But all in all, there's no like, I really loved him. And, I'm willing to put in the work to change myself for the better. There's none of that here. All right. And not saying that to, discredit anyone. All right. And we're not saying that even to anything to discredit even past energies. All right. We've all have had karmic energies in our past. All right. But this is just to let you know, divine masculine spirit was just going in a little further on what this unwillingness to let go was about. Okay. Nothing here says it was rooted in anything genuine. All right. Mostly in what benefited them and jealousy. And that seems to be what it is. Whatever is coming is still bringing a career change. Does your career fully align with who you are physically, emotionally, and spiritually? Very expansive energy. Could be on what you're waiting on, but something's going to happen, or something is coming. You've got a big break coming. And then you're on already. Romantically, yes, sure. And because this is a connection, this card is a connection card, but also in other avenues. Looks like new adventures. That's why you have the key here to career change is in this. Okay. All right. Be encouraged in that. All right. No one's judging any energy here. Okay. All right. This is just to let you know. No one's taunting anybody. All right. Because rooted and rising, we're mature, aren't we? Right? All right. Okay. All right. We're not gonna act like it ain't never been us. Okay, because your girl used to be crazy as hell. I'm just gonna admit it. Just gonna tell you. Now if you didn't want me, you didn't want me. I mean, I wouldn't do stuff like this. I'm just saying. We've all had karmic levels to us. And even things in us now that we're working out that isn't the best. So I'm just saying we're not going to be judging other energies. We're not doing that. We're not going to put nobody down. But you are going to be aware, all right? So that we don't fall into naivety about things again, all right? Message was clear on the last reading with the relationship it looked like that was offering the date night where spirit was like, hell no. Literally. Okay? This is the energy here about this energy is about not letting go. That was talked about last time, where spirit is just letting you know it's not rooted in anything genuine, not to condemn anybody, just letting you know, divine masculine, so that if you do go back to that, you already know right now that you were told or shown it's not rooted in anything genuine. All right. That means the entire connection for them was not rooted in anything genuine. All right. All right. It may not be the most pleasant to hear. Okay. But again, All right. All right. I won't say nothing else. Wasn't rainbows and sprinkles. But it is what it is. Okay. All right. As always, stay rooted, stay rising, and aligned with all the divine gifts ahead.